of you who don't know me, I am a freshman here at UW, and I'm running for the position of Community Service Chair. So why community service? First off, I'm a strong believer in giving back to the community that one belongs to or one identifies with. And I just love giving assistance to people. Lately, I've been thinking about what is my driving force when it comes to serving those around me. And something that I learned recently in class, in one of my classes, is that there are 5 basic ethical principles that people live by, and one of them being the benefit others principle. According to this principle, an individual will actively strive to help others and cater to others' interests. They will always help even when the times that they're helping are inconvenient to them. And I've realized that I live by this principle in the sense that I love being people's helping hand, which makes me a great candidate for this position. Having been thinking about the meaning of service, I've noticed that my current idea of community service is different than the one that I had in high school. So I did a lot of volunteering in high school, but my idea of the purpose of it was that it was solely to benefit a specific cause and a specific group. But as a result of FASA's theme this year being community, I've realized that it's not solely about benefiting a cause or group, but also benefiting yourself in the sense of building relationships with the people you work with and work for. And also, while the theme for while FASA's theme for next year is not going to remain community, I want to uphold that aspect of being in this club by bringing members closer to each other and closer to the surrounding UW and Seattle communities, as well as to the idea of giving back through active participation in community service opportunities. So if I were to hold this position as being the community service chair, I want to focus on organizing active events to serve as fun and engaging opportunities that are inclusive of everyone. So like ideas of active opportunities include having a rummage sale and donating that money to a local cause, a local organization, volunteering at a food bank such as Hope Link, or like dedicating a day to cleaning up around the UW campus. So after this year, I realized all of you become my friends and family in my community, and I just want to give back by successfully leading this organization in distinguished service. And service means a lot to me because I owe something to the community that's opened so many new doors for me. And even if I don't hold an officer position, just being a part of this organization will allow me to grow as a leader and better serve those around me.
So this year there was a lot of devastation in the Philippines with Typhoon Haiyan. Do you have any plans to kind of do community service outside of just the Seattle area, but kind of reach out to the Philippines as well?
That is a good question. I have not thought about that, but if I were to plan something around that issue, I would probably work with one of those like study abroad type programs. Reach out to them, ask them to come talk to FASA. I know at a conference they had a similar program, and they talked about how they would go out overseas and just help rebuild that community. So I'd probably pursue working with that type of program.
You talked about community and service. If you had to choose one word, community or service, which one would be more important to you and why?
Community or service?
Yep.
I would probably choose community just because I love being around people. I love being able to work with them, and we can serve each other in small ways, just being around each other, helping, like lending someone a pencil or holding the door open, or just something small that we can do in the community for each other.
we're talking about community, what community? What are we talking about?
Community, well, there are different types of community. So there's the FASA community. I was also talking about getting involved in the greater Seattle community, also Filipino community in the Puget Sound, and just the UW community as a whole.
It's pretty good.
Hello. Oh yeah. So, how are you going to bring about Filipino-related community service events, knowing that this is the Filipino American Student Association?
So to bring about Filipino community-related service events, I've looked into resources such as the Filipino Community of Seattle. They have a website. They also have listed on their programs and opportunities such as helping out at food banks, helping out the homeless, the low income, and just working with them and their corresponding organizations and counterparts, and using resources such as like platforms of social media to help promote and advertise and get people involved.
PISA is one of our big volunteer events for the year. How are you going to attract volunteers during the summer to help you with our volunteer events, or volunteering with PISA?
How am I going to track?
Or attract volunteers because it's in the summer.
Oh, okay. So I'd probably start like right after elections. If I were to be elected, I'd probably start right after elections, start immediately, just campaigning, getting people interested and hyped up about the event so that they'll want to save space for that in the summer.
So you said community was more important than service. One question I had is, how are you gonna advertise or show community within the organization itself?
How am I going to advertise?
How would you promote that? How would you instill that kind of community feeling for a new student to come in? Or some of your ideas on how to do that?
So I think to answer your question, I would probably just like get other students hyped up about, you know, belonging to a community, meeting so many great new people, having connections in a group, and just being able to grow as a leader, even though like being surrounded by a lot of other people.
All right, and that concludes the question and answer. Thank you.